Hello, today I am going to be troubleshooting why my sink drain is running slow. And this is a bathroom sink, and a lot of times, from what I've noticed in my houses, stuff will get stuck around this drain plug here, be it from toothpaste to whatever else gunk is in there. And a lot of times if I just clean this, it helps out. And other things that could happen is when you come under your sink here, let me get that a little bit, you can have things build up in your trap here, right down here, which it'll come in handy to have a small snake or something if you want to try to clean that out. So I'm gonna put this right over here, and what I'll start with here is my water stop. I don't know if that's the correct term for it plumbing wise, but I'm not a plumber, so I'm not into the correct term thing. So right here is the ball, or if I reach above, this is what moves my water stopper up and down in the sink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach around here and loosen that up. I'll pull this up and see all that nasty in there, all that gross stuff. It's all built up, soap, toothpaste, you have it, and it's kind of nasty to do this. So if you don't want to fix your own problem, you can have somebody else come and fix it for you. But it's worth the time and it's worth the money to, you know, just deal with it and take care of it yourself. As you can see, there's hair in there too, so I'm probably gonna have to snake it out a little bit, but I'm gonna put this over here on this paper towel just so I can get that cleaned off a little bit first. And then down in here, you can see all the buildup in there. Obviously, it's been a while since I've cleaned this, so I probably will put a snake down in there just to see if there's any excess gunk. Right now I'm just gonna put my finger down there with a paper towel and pull out. Oh, see, just from right there, from where everything was, there's all that nasty. Some hair gets a little bit of hair gets caught in there, and from there it just picks everything up, slowly collects it as it's draining down your sink, or going down your drain. So a lot of time it could be something easy to fix if you're willing to take the time to fix it. So there we have it. I'm gonna pick that up because that's nasty. I'm gonna put it down here in this bag. I bring extra bags just in case right away, just because I've done this before and I know it's gonna be kind of gross. All right. From there, I generally take something like a Q-tip, and at first I'll just pull all the gross off of these parts with something besides the toothbrush. And I'll use soap on it too, soap and water, to finish cleaning it. But see all that buildup? It's just nasty. Sorry, my camera was in the wrong spot. So, might not be the most pleasant, but most likely it can save a call to the plumber, which would happily charge you, I don't know what plumbers charge to come to your house, but you know, they'd be more than happy to come do it for you. Alright, so here's the drain snake I use. It's just the least expensive one I could find, and this is the one I've been using for quite a few years. And you just have to be careful if you have old metal pipes and stuff, because it is possible. So I'll stick that in there, tighten it up a little bit. It is possible if you have old pipes. I've done it myself to where I've had the old pipes in there, and they're made of metal and they're just so old they're rusted out. You'll poke right through it, so be ready to do extra repairs in that case. So as far as I could see, there isn't too much extra hair down past that point. I'm gonna take it to a different sink because that is still not plugged up there, so I don't want to use the water just in case things are running slow at all. I'm pretty sure that took care of the problem, but if things are running slow, you'll run the water and then water will start coming out of that hole. So I always clean this in a different sink, and then I test everything out. And I will be back once I'm done with that. Alright, now I'm gonna use that old toothbrush of mine and clean up this stopper for the sink. And so from there I like to use, let me see here, I like to use Dawn detergent because it gets it nice and foamy. I'll just squirt some on there. I take my toothbrush, my old toothbrush, of course, or disposable one, or any other brush you could find around the house that you don't put in your mouth again. There you have it. Instead of buying a new one, I just clean my old one, and it turns out just about as good as a new one. So that's why I take the extra time to do that. So before I put it all back together, this little ball here it fits back into there, and it sits nice and flush up into the socket here to keep the water from leaking out. So being that I have opened it or taken it out, I also like to take a Q-tip, and I like to put the Q-tip in there and move the Q-tip, or clean it out a little bit. You see all that on there? That could possibly not give you a good fit back together once you put that ball back in the socket there. See that? Grab another Q-tip. Alright, so I'm gonna put this back down here. Alright, so grab another Q-tip here and get it in there a little bit. There we go. Just to clean it out. Feel that. Okay, good. Good. All right. So from there, and back up to the top, or above the sink, and I'm gonna take the stopper and I'm gonna put it in that way, because if I put it in that way, of course, when I stick the rod back into there, it's not going to go through this hole here. So when I put it back in, I want to put it in sideways, so when I stick that metal rod back through here, it's going to go in through that right there, so it can push the stopper up and down as I use this here. So I'm going to throw it in that way. Whoops. Let's see what happened here. Oh man, look at that. See, oh, of course, it's all the way in now. But what I'm gonna do, I don't have it connected in. I would like the Kohler. I don't know if you can see it on there. I would like it to be the right direction. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come in here, do that right there, and then I come back up here, hold on to this, and then come back down here. Kind of a pain, and I wasn't paying attention. Pull that back out. I'm gonna spin that around 180 so it's reading the right way. And I'm gonna hold that there. I'm gonna test it from above before I tighten it down, just to make sure I got it in there. And it's moving up top. You can see, whoops, when it messed up there, there it goes. As you can see, that ball, when I move it up and down, it's gonna move the stopper up and down. And that ball sits nice and tight in this socket here. And then from there, this piece here, these all have like little rubber seals in them. I probably should have cleaned this one too. You can see, I don't know if you can see it. Might need to move the flashlight. Let's see. You see a blue rubber seal in there. Right there. I should have cleaned that part out too. So when I put it back in there, that ball's nice and flush, and it has a clean seal for it to fit into. That way you don't have water leaking out when you have finished it. I'm sure there's a seal in this one too that we can't see. Sometimes I am sure those need replacing, which you probably don't have to do all the time. I haven't had to replace one yet, so I've probably cleaned this out a good 5 times. Oops, just used a dirty one, that doesn't help. Do a quick clean on this. I should have cleaned it more thoroughly. And sorry, my hand's in the way. It's funny, when you're making these, you don't realize how many things get in the way. So I need to move that down here. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it pretty level. I'm gonna hold this rod here pretty horizontal to the opening that I am fitting it into as I tighten it down. That way it has a nice straight fitting going into it. And I'm not tightening it down at a funny angle. So I'm gonna tighten this back in. Let's see, I just dropped it. Pull that up one. There we go. I'm gonna keep tightening it. If you get it too tight, it makes the stopper really hard to move. So you got to get it just tight enough to where it seals it. It seals it back up so you don't have that much water leaking out of here. So I'm going to turn the water on above and open the stopper all the way. See if there's any water leaking out of these areas to where I might need to replace the seal or not. Stop up the water for a second, let it fill up so it gets to that point. Oh, actually it's filling up, and if the stopper's working good, no water's going down. So never mind, I said that. Okay, but I don't feel any water coming out here. Okay, so everything's flowing. And from the top, Now I have it on full blast and everything's running through. So my last step is just to clean all this dirt up out of the sink, and we are done. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you out, and hopefully you saved some money, because that's what I like. Have a good day.